This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and I am just getting set up, ready to do another live on a very cold, frigid Friday night, January 5th. Oh my goodness, it's the first live of 2018 for me. Hi, Aunt Beck. Welcome. Are you staying warm? Yeah. Were you affected by that? What did they call it? A snow, what did they call it? Snow blizzard or whatever. Hi, Aunt. Hi, Ruth. Snow bomb, blizzard bomb. What did they call that? I have to. No snow near the mountains? Really? Yeah, I've been staying in all week. It's cold here, but we haven't had snow since Christmas either, so. Hi, Ruth. Yeah, I'm fine. I've been doing a lot of art this week, trying to catch up on everything. All the snow has been falling at the coast. Yeah, and it looks like they're going to get hit again tonight. For those of you that come in, say hello so that I can know who I'm talking to. I am going to work into... Hi, Janet. But let me set this other book aside here. Going to work in the Childcraft Encyclopedia again. And I like to, at the beginning of the video, while folks are coming in, I like... Ian! Welcome. Ian is from England, the UK. It's getting pretty late for you over there, isn't it, Ian? I think you're 6 hours ahead of us, so it must be the wee hours of the morning over there for you. But welcome. I like to just kind of review where I'm at on this book. I don't know if you noticed, but I set up a new playlist for all my live sessions, and oh my goodness, I have 30 videos in there. That means that I did 30 live sessions. Hi, Aristi. 30 live sessions in 2017. I can't believe it. Actually, there are 2 that I privatized. I think I did it when that monetization issue was happening. I need to review them and see if I can make them public again. Yeah, Risty, I'm fine. Just kind of trying to catch up with everything. The first week of the new year just seems like I'm trying to close out the old one and and set up the new one. And so that's kind of what I've been busy doing. I thought I would go through and show these pages that we worked on. Actually, we worked on, because of this entire book I've done in the live sessions, bopping back and forth. The live sessions, these are not done in order. But I'm just going to kind of thumb through the little circles page, little girl drawing circles, and opposite here is an artist painting. And this is all in Reverse Collage, which is a D.D. Willingham inspiration, and that's where you paint out the image. You paint out everything except for the images that you want to keep. And then I've been gluing these wonderful black and white photos in there and doing art around it. This is a Chinese vase and a young Chinese child. This one I still need to enlarge that photo. See if I can't do this quickly. But I do like to do a review, because sometimes folks watch my replays and they don't see everything that's in this book as we've seen it in the live sessions. Don't cry over moldy bread. I need to go in and work on the detail. I keep saying that. This is my daydreaming page. How high is the sky? We have got a lot of work done, finished in this book. This one's kind of hard to flip. The Blizzard. And I was looking through this tonight, and I do think that there are some that I'm just going to have to do reverse collage in. I don't want this book to get too fat. Maybe in these outdoors ones, I'll just paint around it and not put in a photo. Here's our Raindrops Keep Falling on Our Head. Thank you, Janet. You know, hold on, guys. I want to see if I can, let's see. Let's pick Aunt Beck. I want to see if I can, no. I was hoping I could do that from here. I need to set some of you up as mods. But I think I need your email address. So hi Annie. Hi Lucia. I might be contacting some of you and asking for permission. Maybe do that next week. Here's our Believe page. We've done a lot in here. This page, I keep looking at this one thinking it needs something more. These bright colors do not appeal to me. I'm not that bright of a color person. Imagine This is one of my favorite pages. Peg! Hi! I'm just kind of going through the pages that I've already done. For those of you who just come in, I was saying that I set up a playlist for all my live sessions. And I have 30 videos in there. So that means we've done at least 30 of these pages in this book. Play ball. And then there's a couple here at the end. I love this one. And this is one of my favorite too, the little angel wings there. A couple more here at the back. This one, and then I think we worked on the Picasso one last week. The one we're going to work in tonight. Hi Lisa! Well, I don't know if I'm a pro. Oh, hold it. I gotta go check that phone. I usually silence the phone before my live sessions, but I forgot to do that tonight, so it rings. What I'm going to do is this page tonight, and this is really fun and games. This is the fun and games section of the book. I like to read the text. It says, children sometimes have playthings that artists make especially for them, such as stone horses in a city playground. And of course, here's the stone horses. And sometimes children make playthings from any odds and ends they can find. The Japanese children in the painting are using rocks and stones that they have found, and that's referring to this. The Japanese words in the painting give the title of the picture and the artist's name. So it's a title and a signature. Children piling stones to make a stupa, S-T-U-P-A, by Tominika, I can't pronounce, I'm not Japanese, painted in ink on watercolor on a silk scroll in 1917. From a temple that I cannot pronounce all the words in Japan. And these are sculptural horses by Constantino, I can't pronounce these either, cast in concrete sculpture done in 1964 in New York City. And the cutout that I found are these young children, these young girls skipping in the grass. And what I did was I actually had a bag here. I'm going to leave it as a bag because I'm going to glue it in this way. I taped it down with double-sided tape because when I fussy cut this out, we have the arms here and the head, and they get all bent. So I tried putting them on like a cellophane, and if that works, I might go back and do the same to some of my other flips in here that are bending. So let me catch up with chat. Hi, Crafty Grandma. Good to see you tonight. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. Oh, no, but laminating it is a good idea too, Aunt Beck. I don't have a laminator, but I'm sure that I could go to an office supply store or something and laminate them. That's an excellent idea, Aunt Beck. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Aristi, good to see you here tonight. I know for you and Ian, Aristi's from Greece, and Ian's from the UK, and they're many, many hours ahead of us, so they're in the wee hours of the morning, and we sure appreciate you coming in. Let's see, said hello to Annie. Lucia says, don't you love being able to watch YouTube on the big screen? Actually, Peg and I were, well, Peg and I, and was it Vicky, I think, a gal in our Zoomers. Peg was showing us how her mini computer was hooked up to her TV, and I'm sure tempted. I'm sure tempted. Let's see, I'm scrolling back through chat. Janet says, I so badly want to start sewing again. Need to figure out what to make. You know, there's an old sewing machine in that closet over there. It's too cold to dig it out now, but I'm sure tempted. I don't sew clothes, but I do like to use the sewing machine on various craft items. Ruth says they're talking about socks for her 6-year-old granddaughter. Let's see. Rose! Hi, Rose! Good to see you here tonight. She's been eating grilled cheese and avocado salad with cooked spinach. That sounds good. All right, I'm just catching up with chat. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start on this tonight, do the reverse collage. I like to do reverse collage because it's really easy in a live session, especially when one is standing up. And when I get my big screen TV and my mini computer set up, whenever that would ever happen. Is Vicky in here? Vicky! Hi, lady! Vicky Brown, and Vicky is V.A. Pearl, and Peg Robinson. They're on our, and Ian is too, our Zoomers chat. Zoom is a video conferencing app, and we can sit there, something like like Google Hangouts. We can sit there and watch each other and talk to each other as we're doing art. And let me tell you guys, we don't mess around. Oh, I didn't block out my text, but I'm not going to paint over it, am I? Sometimes we are doing art and chatting all day long. Not all day, but sometimes we put in some good art sessions. I call them my art retreats. And I am completely missing chat while I'm doing this. So, sorry. Because I don't want to touch the screen with my painty fingers. Let's put some white on this blue in here. I'm trying to pick blues and white because I like the sky. I want a little bit darker blue in here. The hint of the sky. These are black and white photos here, so I'm kind of guessing at what colors might look nice. But there's a brick building in there, so for contrast, I'm going to use some of this Georgia clay. Got a little bit too much paint in there. Let's bring it down here. So I've seen you guys I'll talk about the new year and what you've been doing and what you're up to. How the year is going for you so far. I tell you, this has been a busy week for me. I just, like I said earlier, it feels like I'm trying to close out one year and set up the next one. And sometimes I forget what year I'm in. But I did get a lot done. Now, I want some yellow. I want some sunshiny. But I don't want to put yellow on my blue. Let me kind of wash my hands off. I'm going to say, oh, Annie, thank you. That would be fine. But I want to warn you about sending those books through the mail. If you send them in a box or anything, make sure you send them book rate. Don't put any advertising or magazines or... Mary, did you see Gina's tip on the Dollar Tree cutting mats? No, I didn't. Annie, because postage can get awfully expensive. So sometimes I cringe when I see the postage that you guys spend to send me stuff. I'm going, ah! So I just, a heads up on, don't send something that it's going to cost you a lot of dollars for. Aunt Bex is asking me if I saw Gina's tip on Dollar Tree cutting mats. She cuts them and uses them between pages. Are you talking between the pages of her books? Oh, I'm going to have to go out there and look. Parchment is similar to wax paper, except for it's what we use. You can use it in the oven to like put your cookies on, and they put it on the bottom of cake trays and things like that when they're baking. You can't really do that with wax paper. It's a little, let's see, I don't have any parchment paper out. I have it, but it's in that cold closet over there. I don't want to go over and get it. Chefs call those mats chop chops, V.A. Pearl says. Chop chops. V.A. Pearl is Vicky, and she's a chef. Peg says, yes, Mary, like the ones Mike Deacon uses. Huh. All right. Well, I like wax paper because it's so disposable. What, does she wash the mats off, or does she just, you can chop through them, Vicky says. Right through them. Mike's was, oh, huh. I'm kind of reading chat here. In a way, I almost wish chat would show up on the videos, and then the people who look at the replays could get a sense of what's happening in the live session, because there's a lot of really interesting, good chat going on in the background among the folks who come in here. I feel like I have to go back and read all that. Okay, I'm going back. Oh, okay. Hi, Sally. Welcome to you. Are you staying warm? You're up in Wisconsin, aren't you? Brr. I'm going to try to put a little of this yellow and red on now. Let's see. Just a little. I want it to be kind of like a summery. This is a very light lemon yellow. And I guess if it mixed with the blue and got a little green, it wouldn't matter too much. I want it to be a happy page. Now, see, we're getting some green in there, but that's okay. We'll just let the green come through here. Maybe go over to this page a little. Green on the concrete. Maybe we'll make astroturf out of it. And we don't want any green up in the sky, though. And in here, it's not going to matter too much because I am putting that picture down. Let's see. I like this red brick wall back there, and I want to get some of that Georgia clay on it. Hi, Sheila. Welcome. I need to tell you guys that, yeah, nothing's changed with my internet. If it tosses me out, hang tight, I'll be back. And my YouTube session's still going. It's just sometimes it kicks me off. I lose my data connection. And I am on Wi-Fi, but it's a Friday night. Let's see, I think I want that up in here a little bit more. And I like Reverse Collage in the live sessions because, you know, basically it's just putting paint, finger painting almost, in a controlled way. Or at least for me, it's in a controlled way. Let's see, I guess I need a streak of it across there. I don't want to wipe out all my blue. I need some white. And I'm just about finished with this, and I'll put this aside. Ooh, I kind of like how that's going on in there. Yeah. Getting my green wiped out here. Again, when I'm doing this, I'm not really watching chat, so just so you know. If anybody walks in, welcome. I hope you're staying warm this weekend. I'm going to kind of like that. Playing my paint a little here. All right, I got it on my hands. I'm going to wipe it off on the table over here on my on my desktop, which is just painty anyway. Do I like that? You know what I want to do? I want to do this. I might mess things up, but I sure do want to do this for some reason. Let's see what happens to it. Oh, I kind of like it. Let's do it to the other page. Yeah. I'm just kind of smudging the paint without getting my hands in it. There. Now, I think I want a little more blue up in here. That's kind of too much red for me. Just a dab. And where's my wax paper? I want to smudge it. There. I think everything's smudged to me, but what did I do with mine? You think Meri could leave things alone? I'm going to leave that. I'm happy with that. And then when I get when this dries, we'll put this down. I feel like this little guy now needs a little more. Although you can probably see him better than me. I don't like this right in here. This is my painty towel. there. It really needs to be thrown in the washer next. It sure likes to do that, doesn't it? Whoops. Ha ha ha. Commercial break. I love how you guys say commercial break. Well, it kind of picked a good time to do that because I'm done painting. I'm going to set this aside to dry. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Now let's get this one out of the way. Let's put this aside. Guess what? Here are last week's winnings. I've got all the addresses on there. I just have to recheck them and seal them and put them in the mail. Guys, I didn't go out at all. It was too cold to go anyplace. So, but they are all ready to go. Good night, Ian. Sweet dreams. Take care. Is Aristi still with us? So, but yeah, they're coming. I just need to get them to the post office, and that probably won't happen tomorrow because something came up tomorrow morning, and I probably won't get to the post office tomorrow morning, and I need to get postage for them. But they will come to you next week. Now, I have some more for this week, though. Look at these. Look at these. What I did this week was so fun. I enjoyed doing these. They're ATCs again. I really do like going to be cold overnight too. Yeah, Peg says it's going to be cold. I think Peg is kind of a state over from me, east, and then I think you're probably about 100 miles, maybe even 150 north of me. I need a postage ferry. Yeah, I do. But these are really easy to put into envelopes. And guess what I did tonight? If you notice, I don't have any paper here to write the winners on. I've got to get that. Oh, hold on. Let me get that right now. Let me get there. Let me get there. Let me get there. Where did I do with my... Here it is. I'll grab this composition book. Because I cut it all up. I cut it all up and I made Shannon Green's 5-pointed flowers. I made bingo ATCs. This says, trust your crazy ideas. And so all of the ATs are the same. I used Shannon's technique of making the 5-pointed flowers. And I used the little bingo paper. And they have 2 on there, except for there's one lucky person in here who has 3 flowers. So, and then these little red charms in here. Sorry, guys. It's kicking me off. This is twice now. Anybody want to take a bet on how many times it'll kick me off tonight? This is twice. I think I've been kicked off as many as 5 times in a night. So just hang with me. I'll be back. Hi, Fanciful Fun Crafts. Welcome. So I have 12 of them to give away. 6 at the beginning of our chat and 6 at the end. And then I do have, these are the extras. So if you don't win one, I'll probably... If you really want one, I'll probably give you an extra because I made a lot of them. Actually, the base of this, and you can't tell it because I kind of wiped out the base, but it's all bingo paper underneath. But I didn't want it to show too much because then all you would see would be this and it's too confusing. So anyway, that's what we're going to play for tonight. There's a paintbrush out of the way here. And I haven't been any place to see if I can find a twister game, but I'm sure wanting a twister game. I'm wanting a, you know, I might make one. That wouldn't be too hard to do. Like even I could make it out of the lid of this box or of a box and just have an arrow, and my brother and I were talking about it, and he said he would help me do the little, you know, you just have to have like a cardboard arrow and you could just spin it around. So I might try to make one, but it's not going to happen next week because I'm trying to get 2017 put away. I am opening and getting buttons here. Oh, I threw them all back in here from last week, so I need to count out 1, 2. I'm trying to get the flat buttons, not the ones with the shanks. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a little thick. 9, 10. We'll use that red one for fun. No, that's a... Shall we use that red one? That's a heart. That's kind of a fun... 10. I'm looking for buttons. There. There we go. Maybe one more. Whoops. Keep hitting this. Come on, Meri. We'll use that one. Okay, let me set these aside. Let me get an ink pen. This will do. I usually have the page with the numbers already written on here, but I didn't get that done this week. So I'm just gonna, I have 12 of them to give away. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then extras here. I don't know if this one will be any better, but okay, and the way this works is you choose a number, any number on this that you see, and then I drop the buttons. I try to put buttons in each hand. I'm trying to make this fair. Now this time I think what I'm going to do is kind of hold my hands maybe like this before I drop them, because I figured out I need to put them in both hands, but they either all fall up here or all fall down there. So I'm going to hold my hands like this so to get across the entire board. Gina, hi Gina. Hi, welcome. Hi Eva, welcome to everyone who's come in. We're just getting ready to play this bingo game. So go ahead and start choosing your numbers, and when everybody's picked their numbers, I'll throw them. And if the button lands on whatever number you picked, or the red heart, if it lands on one of these, then you'll get an ATC. And I already showed the ATCs are these bingo ATCs. I love what Rose said once. She said, we're playing bingo for Happy Mail. So the envelopes are all set up. I got the return addresses on them. I just have to put the addresses of whoever. Hi, Patricia Lopez. Welcome. Welcome. I see some new faces in here tonight. Yay. You are sure welcome. And I will mail, like Aristi's over in Greece, I will mail internationally. So don't feel like if you're international you can't play. I think you know, I mail a lot to Canada. Love my Canadian neighbors. Karen Sallows, did she pop in tonight yet? She sent me this wonderful happy mail. Oh, I got buttons in my hand. I can't see the chat. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. It's Friday night, and I do want to say I do my live sessions on Friday nights, and I know that Friday night is a busy night for a lot of people. If you have school-age children, there's a lot of school activities. Families like to go out for dinner on Friday nights. There's a lot of family nights. So thank you for showing up. But if you have to leave or you can't make it, that's okay. I understand. I'm just doing this for fun. So if you have to leave early, you know, I get it. I understand. So are we ready to throw the buttons? Everybody choose a number? All right, I'm gonna try it a little differently here. I'm gonna try to hold my hands this way because I want to get buttons across the whole board. So let's see what happens here. That's a little better. They all fell in here. This one fell out. I'll just toss it. Oh, look, it landed on a free space. So we're going to call this one any of these numbers in here. This one, if you get a 63, well, actually a 63 here, we'll say a 34, a 54, a 41, or 59, because this is kind of like on the 4 square. 41, a 56, a 70, or 63. A 75, a 44, or a 57. Yeah, this landed on a 4 square up here. If you have a 29, a 24, a 44, or 42, a 9, or a 10. The red heart fell on the 10. So, did anybody win anything? I'm going to move these out of the way, these envelopes. They're getting in my way. And I'm relying on you to tell me if you won, because Sally did. All right. Sally and Meri. Sally J and Meri H. Anybody else? Come on. Free space. Rose. We're giving away 6. Anybody else? I'm relying on you to let me know. Am I going to need to throw the buttons again? That's okay. Let's throw them again. Go ahead and start choosing some numbers. Maybe we can get 3 more winners here. Wouldn't that be nice to only have to throw these twice? I do think this is a little bit quicker than doing all the number ranges. I think we're getting this game. Oh, you're very welcome, Eva. You are very welcome. Now, if you are fortunate enough to still be here at the end, and if you didn't win anything in these 2 contests, I do have extras that I'm giving away too. And if you have to leave before that, and you really want to bingo ATC, just send me a message on Facebook or email me at the Meri Atelier at gmail.com. Ramona won. From the first contest, Rose. M, yes, okay. No? No or yes? And Beck says yes, Ramona says no. You did M. I don't know what M is. Okay. Ramona, don't be sweet. If you want one, I'll send you one. Because these are just ATCs. You're so welcome to it if you want it. I'll let you decide. You let me know. I'm going to take Ramona's no as saying no, she doesn't think that she wants it. But if you really want it, oh, you were picking for the next round? Okay. They're just ATCs. It's not a big deal. And I will have extras, so I'm not too shook up about anything. Aw, thank you, Sheila. And Sheila, I think I'm sending you the ice skates, too, from last week. I think you get one of the extras, because I was making out the addresses last night. Picked a free space, and if you land on a free space, it doesn't matter what free space you land on. If you win here and the button falls here, you still win. Free spaces, got to have something for landing on a free space. So it give you 4 chances to win if you land on a free space. Are we done? Shall I throw the buttons? Everybody pick a number. Laughing at Lily, and she says, Mary makes it worthwhile to walk down to the post office box, especially when it's cold. Yeah, and when your husband has to run after the envelope that blows away, huh, Lillian? Oh, thank you, Risty. I was wondering if it would get to you because of the sizing. I think our American postcard sizes are a little bit bigger than yours, but in Greece, the size of the postcards. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the buttons. No more numbers. Well, it seems like doing it this way, it lands in there a lot. But let's see. If you have a 64 or 66, a 64 or 65, a 5 or a 12 or 48, because I already counted 12 here, I'm going to count the 10 with this green number. 10, a 64, a 51, an 18 or a 19. Look, this one fell in right in the center there. So 63, 69, a 4, a 15, 24, or we'll say 26. I moved it. Or 65. Janet won with 64. Anybody else win? Vicky had 19. Vicky gets a bingo ATC. One more. Anybody else? Eva. Anybody else? I can go down into these numbers and then we'll just carry it on down. I made a lot of bingo ATCs this time, so I'm not too worried about there being extras. Fanciful Fun Crafts. Fanciful Fun Crafts, what's your real name? Aw. Peggy. Okay. Fanciful Fun Crafts. And Peggy, I think you're new in here. If you're on Facebook, I need your snail mail address at Meridel Abrams on Facebook. You can message me there, or you can email me at the.meri.atelier@gmail.com. I need your snail mail address. Peggy, I gotta go back to Smith. Welcome. Glad to have you in here. And anybody else who's new here tonight. So anybody else win that I missed? What's MILA? What are you saying? Yeah for MILA. What's that? Eva. Yay for MILA. Well, we've still got another 6 or 7. Oh, your great-granddaughter. Oh, okay. So is that who that ATC is? Oh, born today? Oh, well, congratulations. How do you pronounce that with a long I, like Mila, or it's a pretty name. Born today. Wow. That's why picked 5 is faster. Well, congratulations. So that went pretty fast, don't you think? I think our bingo game goes a lot faster than picking the number ranges. The number ranges, I'm picking a range, you are all choosing numbers, and then I go back, and you know that routine. So let's just put all this aside. Tonight, I thought, I was hesitating to show you this, but I think I'm going to show you what I worked on this afternoon, because I want to work on this. This is the beginning of my 2018 Society of Idea Collectors Journal. And I have my 2017s in the other room. I'm not going to go get it. But you know how fat it was. Well, I like these. These are called folder bands. I got them at Walmart. I like them. I know rubber bands eventually will get old and brittle and break. But I do like them. And as long as I can buy them, I'll replace them. And then when I finally close out my journal, I'll replace it with a real elastic. This, you know that this packaging, oh, that I dropped the band here. This packaging, this came in this packaging. And I got these folders. They're really pretty folders. This must have been the cover of them. For like 85 cents. There's a set of 5 or 6 of them. But this has the folder on the inside. And it was bigger here and bigger here. And I cut it down to fit my composition. Let me get my other composition book. I wanted it to fit the composition book size because eventually the pages I have in here, which are composition book size, are going to go into the custom binder that Shannon did for me. Oh, Lisa, we'll play again at the end if you're around at the end, and I'll have extra ATCs too. So I made this cover from this, and what I like about it is that I'm doing it Midori style. I have, and of course I moved everything out of the way because I didn't think I was going to work on it tonight. What did I do with it? Maybe I'll work on, well, I wasn't going to cut pages tonight anyway. I've got that 15-inch watercolor paper. I was going to cut these big sheets of watercolor paper down to fit in here, but they sell 15-inch wide watercolor pads, and that is the size of this. These pages are 15 inches wide. So when you fold them in half, this is 7.5 inches. So I've got a watercolor pad that's 15 inches wide, and when I need more, I'll go get more. But I did January here. I set it up. You can see Karen Salo sent me this in Happy Mail. And I think I'm going to fussy cut it out, or I might just glue it down that way. I think it's so pretty. And then Dee Dee uses her little ragtag, she calls them. I'm going to use bobby pins. I haven't embellished it yet, but I like my bobby pins. It does have that little shank that hooks up. And Dawn at Let's Make a Mess Today sent me this. And so the idea is to do a page a week. And then I have this in here Midori style, so I can adjust these papers. Now this is just the very beginning of it, but what I really like about it, you all know how much I like when I close my books to have a closing in here, to have a closure here. Well, what I did was I took the composition book that I took these pages out of. I removed them from this composition book. I clipped it in here. Let's pull this clip out. Like this. So these pages fit in there, and I took them all out. I have a band in there now. But then I put this in here like this. And what I like about this is it is so adjustable. I found when I worked in that composition book for 2017, I was putting things in sections where they really didn't belong, but I couldn't move my pages and I didn't have any more space where they belonged. So it was not adjustable, and I like this because it's so adjustable. I can remove these pages as needed and put them over here if I need more page over here. So I really like how this opens up. I can fold this over, say I'm writing ideas or something. I can fold this over like this and use it as a hardback to write on. And I really do like that. Now I do like Dee Dee's idea of clipping things and getting things ready in here. And if I could pull all this out again, but this folds out. Let me just pull it out again. Well, no, because I have the rubber band in there. This folds out. This whole thing, flat, folds out. And what I'm going to do, and what I want to do tonight, while you guys are here, is I'm going to paint this white piece of watercolor. I'm going to use some of this gold elegant finish, and this is going to be the cover for my creative year journal, and I'm going to do my creative year journal in the same fashion as I'm doing this. And eventually, when I say that I'm all done with January and I want to work in February, I will remove this and put it in the binder that Shannon sent me. And Gina did something similar to that with her little folder journals in 2017. She would remove like 3 months at a time and put them back. So I'm really happy with this style. And Rose, if you go back and look at my most recent Society of Idea Collectors video, Rose left a really interesting comment and a link on some journaling bookbinding styles, and I still need to read all through them. I think one was called Topsy-Turvy, and I think one journal went this way, like the Topsy-Turvy chair, and one went that way. And I thought that was a really interesting style of journaling. I had to go back and read it more. And then there's another one that I still need to read. I didn't have time to read them all. It's a dozy do, and I can't pronounce that last word. Teta Beck or something like that. Dozy do. This is a dozy do where it goes like this. Do I have that right? Like this one goes this way and this one goes this way. So it opens this way or opens that way, which I think is really a fun way to teta besh. Well, I really appreciate your leaving that link, Rose, because that was really interesting reading, and I may refer to those again. I might do a journal like that just to learn how to, maybe a little mini journal, just to learn how to do them. But what I thought I'd do tonight is I want to start setting up my creative year. The other two just went to sleep, but Tippy's running around and flipping cat toys. She must be talking about her cats. Aunt Beck's cats. I love how you guys love your cats. And while I'm talking to you tonight, let's see, I want to reach in here and get some paper towels. I just want to put some paint on here, and I don't know, later on tonight after this dries, I might go back. Yes, Aristi, it is by, it's by Deco Arts. It's called Elegant Finish. Deco Art Elegant Finish. Metallic paint. That's okay. I'm going to put gold on there anyway. Cat Hands sent me some of this beautiful gold luminaire paint. And that is what I used on the photo art journal album that I did for my nephew's family. And I'm using this for special things. But I'd had some of this around, and I really do think I just want to start painting gold. If this dries enough tonight, I might come back and do Shannon Green's technique of that wax paper. I call it her technique because that's where I learned it. I'm sure she learned it from somebody else. But I'll probably do both sides, and I could probably do some stenciling on here first. I'd have to dig out my stencils, though. I have a couple that I really like here. But this paint takes a little bit. This is not craft paint. It's an acrylic paint, but it's not craft like it's not craft paint like this. This is a metallic acrylic paint. And I do think it takes just a little bit longer to dry. But I thought it would be fun to show you what I'm thinking of for my creative year. Now this big watercolor page is going to be a lot larger than what I'll need. I'll probably only need about half of it, but I'm going to go ahead and paint it all, and then I'll use the leftovers for other things. But I thought it would be fun to show you what I'm thinking of. Now let me go back and look at chat here. Did Pat walk in? Hi, Patricia. Welcome. Let's see. The gold is pretty. I love gold. You know I'm a gold fiend. Rose says, all cats like to run their sillies out before their humans go to bed. Like at 3 a.m. Yeah, that luminaire paint has my heart, Aunt Beck. And speaking of Aunt Beck, when I finally get out of this deep freeze that we're in and I get to the store, which is going to happen pretty soon, I want to get some lunch bags. Because Aunt Beck is doing a wonderful lunch bag project that I think that I can work into either it'll probably be my creative year journal. I think that would be really fun to work that into this journal. And she is doing she's doing them like monthly. Let's see, how does it go? I think she said the first week she does the bag. The second week she does tags. And the third week I think she reviews or something. And then she does a special page. So about 4 weeks in her live sessions, which are Wednesdays. And I keep missing them except for Bless Peg Robinson's heart. Reminds me, when Peg sees me on, she says, Mary, Aunt Beck is on. I'm going, oh no, I just about missed it again. But I'm getting better, Aunt Beck. I'm getting better at it. Believe me. See, when I look in the camera, I can see spots that I missed or that need a touch-up better than if I'm looking at it live. Go Jessel, Janet says. Yeah. And I feel free to just do a whole page of this but with that luminaire paint, no way. That luminaire paint is for special projects. So just let me finish painting here. And I have to tell you that I throw my old paint water outside. I don't like for it to go down the sink, even in our utility sink. I will, after it's all kind of thrown out and I kind of rinse out the bottom of it. I do let the rest of it go down, but I have to tell you, there's a little bit of a blue spot on our snowdrift out there. Yeah, I was laughing about it. It's so cold, the snow is turning blue. Aristi says, Mary Hill, the funny is with my boy cat. Whenever he sees me on the desk filming or live streaming and I talk, he gets nuts and starts to scream to pet him or let him out. Well, that's just like a 2-year-old, right? Whenever you get on the phone, they just want attention. Now, I don't suppose this has to be, I need to worry too much about getting a good coat on this, a good even coat, because I know I'm going to be doing things on top of it. But look at this gold. I have to tell you, I have to credit Cat Hand for getting me started with this gold kick again. I kind of died down with my gold habit. Then she said, Mary, I want to send you some gold luminaire paint. How could I resist? She also sent me some of this magenta, which is really kind of pretty. I might smear some of that on here because it kind of makes it, this is really, I shake it up, but it's really kind of a thin, watery paint. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's not a solid paint, and it kind of makes a really nice wash, and it kind of makes this a rose gold. I might put a little of this on here just to break up the solid gold here. Janet's not a shiny gold person. Janet, I know Janet's not a glittery person. Well, I do like my gold. I do not like a lot of bright colors. I'm not a bright color person as far. I love my golds. I love my metallics. But bright greens, bright oranges, stuff like that really is not in my color palette. I tend more toward the earth colors, and I like the metallics. Let's see. Let's try a little of this here. Dick Blick sells Daniel Smith gold gesso. No neon, said Mary. Well, actually, I did try a neon at Halloween, and I still have some of it. I put it on something else. I forget what I put it on. But I don't have anything against neons. I just don't really, haven't really, I think I put this lid on tight. Okay, we might not do this tonight because I can't get this lid off. Let's see if I can break the seal. My own glue trick here. I did this in a video, about a year or so ago. I got a comment saying, don't ruin your scissors. It must have been from a seamstress. But all this does is break the seal, like when you seal your jar shut. Let's see if I did it enough there. I'm not going to let that get me down, except I don't know if I don't want to dip my paintbrush in there. And do I have a clean brush? I'm going to chance it and just pour a dab out here. Just a dab, Mary. Just a dab. Maybe, no, I don't want to pour it in the lid either. Watch it all come out. I'm afraid to pour it out. I'm laughing now. There. I just want to see how this looks. Yeah, see, it kind of gives it a nice rose gold to it. I like that. I like that. Maybe another dab or two. I wanted to see how it looked. That might have been a little too much. But I'll be going over this again because I want to do that wax paper technique that Shannon Green showed in one of her videos. I really like that technique a lot. And then I may do some stenciling, but I need to dig out my stencils. I got really too much here. But I'll choose the area that I want to save. This entire sheet will not be the cover. I'll be cutting out a portion for the cover. I'll take some of that over here. So I'm not watching chat. I'm painting my page here. Actually, that might have been... I might need a little bit more. I thought I had too much. I might put some more gold in there eventually. Kind of dry brushing now. It's getting whatever's on my brush. There, I think I'll just leave it like that. And this is, let's see, where's my lid? Where did it float off to here? I'll put that lid back on before I spill it. This is a Luminaire paint, but it's a pearlescent magenta. So this is more, I think there is a bit of a difference between a metallic, because this is a metallic acrylic. Well, this says metallic acrylic too, but I think I get more of a sheen, a metallic sheen with the gold, and I do think this rose, of course now I got the light hitting it, but if you look in here, I think the rose kind of tones down that in-your-face gold. And this will have to dry a little. And I'm going to do that wax, I'm going to cut it out, and then I'll do the wax paper and stencil technique. Probably do the stencil technique first. Getting the gold off of my brush before I put it in the water. So that was fun, for me anyway. So, I'm pretty happy with this. I'll set this aside. I'm actually kind of organized with the things I want to do tonight. The big giant glue book. Hi, little crafts. Welcome. Metallic and pearls can be, let's see, I was reading Rose. Metallic and pearls can be different. Pearl shimmer, metallic shine. Oh, that's interesting, Rose. Lillian says, lovely, the gold and how shiny the pink is. Lucia, did I say hello to you, Lucia? Lucia, I want to know something. When's your birthday? Oh, what's TBGGB? Love the big giant glue book. Oh. Are you going to tell me the day and the month of your birthday, Lucia? November 18th. I missed it. Huh. I would love to get a record of everybody's birthdays, but I'm not going to take time to write everything down tonight. Email me the month and day of your birthday or message me so I can have a record of it. I might be spot checking you guys like I asked November 18th, 11/18. Oh, and that's Vicky's brother's birthday. I might be spot checking you and say, hey, Vicky. Well, mine's gone too. Mine is 8/18. So... But I might be spot checking, you know, like next week I might say, Rose, when is your birthday? But don't tell me tonight because I can't remember everything. I'm not going to write it down till after chat. So tonight I'm going to work in the, how did Lucia say that? Let me see that acronym, that TBGGB book. Ha! Hold it. See, I got to get to chat here. Aunt Beck says, Mary, I wrote your index card file size down, but have lost it. It's 3x5, Aunt Beck. It's just a regular 3x5 index card. And don't worry about it, because I'm still writing addresses off of my notebook paper. I haven't put them in my friends in the box yet. So I have chosen already, right out here on top, so I won't have to go hunting for them. I didn't find any more animals. I didn't have time to do any fussy cutting this week. So I'm not going to work. Last week we worked on this animals page, and I need a few more. I need a few more animals here. And I'm sure I have enough, but I didn't fussy cut, and I didn't go looking for animals. So this week, say this really soft, we're going to do a shoe page. But not the big black shoe. I can't find the big black shoe. I'm still looking for a big black shoe. Am I zoomed out enough? I am zoomed out as much as I can. This is just a huge book. I have shoes. I have shoes. Lots of shoes. Look at these. Work boots. And there's this one, which I think is fun, because it can be a flip. And this is a country magazine, living magazine, and I love this because it opens this way. Well, it opens like that. So I might have to do something in here, but I love the flip. So that's going down. And I guess that's the end of my shoes. I thought I had more shoes. We might come back to that, but I'm just going to glue these down. And I'll be fussy cutting next week. I am just going to start gluing these down. And I'm going to put this magazine page in here just like this. And then come back in later, maybe with other shoes, and do glue book images on there. And this was, I need to, I hope that address didn't get on there. Let me block this address out. Where's my black biggie marker here? I don't want to put somebody's address on here and then have to say, Mary, you put my address on your live stream. There. Okay, just like that. I need another sheet of wax paper. And I can tell you, the only thinking that I'm going to be doing with these shoes is where to place them on the page. I mean, how to tell a story with these shoes. So, except I like this, be an outsider. And I like this. I like the flip here. And I like the flip here. And I love these big old boots, work boots. So I only really have 4 shoes. I've got more shoes than that, but these are the ones that we're going to do tonight. So I am just going to get busy. I filled my glue jar tonight. Those boots are made for walking. They sure are. Those boots are made for walking. Anybody remember that song? Yeah, it was Nancy Sinatra, wasn't it? Or was that Downtown? Was that Nancy Sinatra? Mary, the black shoe with the screaming red lips needs to go on the inside flip open. That, the smaller one you mean, Rose? Yeah, Sheila. Downtown, and these boots are made for walking, and one day they're going to walk all over you. Oh, Petula Clark did Downtown? Okay. All right. I will happily concede that. All I know is I listen to the music. Is Nancy Sinatra, didn't she pass away? Or didn't she, she died an untimely death, didn't she? If I remember right. I hope I'm not putting her dead before her day. Sheila, we all tell our age. Don't worry about that. Get lots of glue down on here. Yeah, those vinyl records are almost a thing of the past, aren't they? Although there's down there, there's a set of them down there. I begged for a vinyl record cover and a record cover in 2017 to alter for my year 2000 or was that, no, that was for the Joggles prompt, time prompt. Nancy Sinatra Sr. is still alive and 98. Thank you, Lucia. Wow, isn't that something? Wow. All right. I didn't kill her off before her time. Oh, I guess I did, didn't I? Oops, sorry. Janet says, I still have all of mine. They're talking about vinyl records. Let's see what the chat says here. But sadly, not any of my 45s. I think there's some 45s around here. But the big... Oh, I guess I call them the big ones. They're not called 45s. They're like the 78 speed or whatever it was. 72. I didn't get that glued down so great. I can work some of those air bubbles out here. I mean, not using a plastic one. It was one that came in the mail and it's cardboard, and they don't... There we go. Yeah, Rose, I think that smaller shoe with the red lip would look really great in here on the flip. I think that's a great idea. So this is going to be the shoe page. I got an animal page and a shoe page now. And this is going to be a flip. I'm going to put it down here, but I have to have something under it. Let's move this out of the way for a minute. I think, how about, no, I guess I'll put them here. I'm wanting to, I'm resisting painting the background. I'm wanting to paint the background so that when it flips, there's nothing wrong with the map showing. They're walking across the state. They're walking across South Dakota. And this was North Dakota. They're doing a marathon. I think I want to angle this one. I think that's what I'll do. Just like that. All right, let's see what chat's going on. Crafty says, I have all my 600 vinyl LPs and some of my 45 and 78. Where the Victrola is at my daughter's house, I can still play the LPs on my mom's old French provincial stereo from 1967. Very cool, Crafty. Oh, Fighting Soldiers from the Sky. That was the Green Beret, wasn't it, Vicky? That song made me cry. Janet says, when I was little, as well as the little... Yeah, the Green Beret was really popular in the 70s here in the States. What about Hitching a Ride? Sheila says, I remember that, Janet. They're talking about the Green Beret. Yes. Lucia says, I remember my parents had an big old console with a built-in record player and TV. Yeah, one of those big old cabinet things. Those are cool. They're all sitting in the basement and attics of antique stores and thrift stores now. As my brother still has a console TV, a big old cabinet thing. We watch it every night. It's not one of the flat screens. Oh, Rose says 33 1/3 is the LP speed, Mary. Okay. See, what do you forget? I'm going back to my glue booking. Let's see. Let's get this down here. Sticky fingers. I do like this Elmer's glue for glue booking on these larger images. I do like it. I want to put this at an angle like this, maybe. Yeah, Rose says the LP boxes can be altered for storage. And I think Aunt Beck did that. I think she was showing her tour of her craft room. Was that you, Aunt Beck, who altered record boxes for paper storage? I think so. I remember that. Boston. I loved Boston. I don't remember Boston. Is that a song? That must have been those days when I was working 2 jobs to survive. And I got that cardboard one again. What happened to my... Okay, now let's do the work shoes. I love these work shoes. This reminds me of that that TV show where that guy goes and does all those dirty jobs. It's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. I don't know if that's the name of the show, but like cleaning out the sewers or whatever. That's what those boots remind me of. Or it could be, they look like they got a lot of clay. Could be a farmer out there taking care of his cattle or what, but it must have rained. You guys are all talking about records yet. Lillian says, I still have my Bee Gees, even, I can't pronounce that, Dion record, when she was just starting out. Peg says you can still buy them. Lucia says, oh yeah, Mike Rowe. That's right, Lucia. He does dirty jobs. That's right. That's what I was trying to remember. I didn't get to watch that a whole lot, but every now and then I'd watch it. This came out of a Joyce Meyer's magazine, which is a religious magazine, these work boots. That's interesting. I thought it'd probably come out of Nebraska Life magazine or something. He's gone working across South Dakota. All right, where do I do with stuff? Well, lucky for me, I have another one. Well, I don't like those cardboard ones. I'm going to have to sort those out. These credit card things, you can tell I've used this one. I need some more glue there. Yeah, I'm going to sit down with my magazines this week. That's one of my goals. And do some more fussy cutting and looking for images. I don't know. This is, I'm wanting to tape this, not glue it. Let's put this over here. I am wanting, if I can find it, right here. I got this double-sided tape at Joann's, and I'm really liking it. It's called Mrs. Sparkles, and I got it in the $2 bin. And it's like score tape, only it's not as adjustable as score tape, but it really has a strong bond. And once you get it down there, at least on paper it does, once you get it down there, it is there. So you want to be sure you have it down. And I need my pokey tool. Let's see. Let me catch up with chat. Aunt Beck says, do y'all think Meri will see the card atop the shoes below the wax paper? Oh! Thank you, Aunt Beck! That is so funny. It's funny. It's really funny how things can be right there and you just can't. All right, Vicky, how about Inagata Davida? Inagata Davida. All right, now sing it. Makes me want to go look up some of those old songs. Oh, this looks really good. I like that. I need more shoes. I'm going to be on the hunt for shoes. All right, that's all I'm going to do in this book tonight. Let's just close it up. I really should, and I'm going to. I got to fix this right here. It's tearing along the seam. But I haven't been any place. I think it was Aunt Beck who said that Dee Dee Willingham, and it could have been Janet too, that Dee Dee Willingham uses that ceramic coat interior exterior varnish. I think that's where I'm leaning toward to put out on this. Amy, oh hi Amy, welcome. Amy says, oh my goodness, I thought it was, notice how I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I thought it was living the vida loca. All right, so I thought too, another thing I want to get started on, and I'm sure you guys are going to laugh about this. Oh, or maybe you won't. I'll put this wax paper down. These are some medium fussy cuts. These are some fussy cuts. I want these out. These are all the leftovers for making those bingo flowers. I can't throw them away. So this is my prototype when I made those wax paper envelopes. This was my prototype. I just throw things in there. The one that I finished off is actually in my little syllabus binder. This little glue book was given to me in Happy Mail by Cindy Seinzetter. And I haven't used it yet, and that's a shame. She's got all these little goodies in there. I'm going to pull them out. So I thought I would, see, Cindy Seinzetter. I thought that I would start putting some images down here. So I thought I'd start with these bingo cards. And this is kind of like it's not a vinyl because it's thread, it's fabric. It's kind of like a coated fabric. It feels like vinyl, but it's not. It's not a plastic vinyl, it's fabric, but it feels like it's got a coating on it. That's the only way I can describe it. You guys probably know what it is. Oh, Eva got some FaceTime with her new grandbaby. Was that a little girl? A little girl, wasn't it? I hate it when you forget an ingredient, eat most of it, and then remember. Yeah, this is just a plain cover, but it's nice and strong. And she sent it to me earlier this year. She uses all her scrap paper, scrapping book paper. So, and this is just some, I want to call it painty paper. It looks like she did a stencil technique on it. But this doesn't have a lot of painty paper in it. This is more just junk, not junk. I want to say junk journal styles where I was going. But I like this page. This is cool. So I thought I would put, look, this almost looks like numbers. So I thought that I would just start randomly, as Cindy would say, gluing some things in here. And how do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Let's pull this over here. Put this here. And so I'm just going to go through here and just on various pages start putting bingo numbers down. And then I'm going to go back in and put in some images. Oh, I got lots to do tonight. All right, Aunt Beck, what did I do? Here it is. Aunt Beck, keep track of my little card for me, would you? Put it up there. Now that I told her, I'm more conscious of it. One thing I like about using these sponges for glue booking is that it holds the glue. You know, those brushes, they hold the glue, but not in the same way that a sponge does. So I have a lot of these bingo numbers. And I'm just going to randomly put them in here. Cindy style. Oh, Vicky's gonna do some videos. Yay! Really, Vicky? And we got to get that Janet to doing some videos. Janet does wonderful art. I have to tell you guys, here I have it right here. I was looking at it. I know I've showed this in Happy Mail before, but Vicky, VA Pearl, did this. Isn't this wonderful? I'm going to do some little, she does stamping. Vicky is a stamp pro. Let me tell you, don't let her convince you that she doesn't know what she's doing, because she inspires me so much. And she did this little book. And I'm going to start filling it with, I just put a little piece in there to, I think with some 2x2s. I think this is so cool. I just love it. Made for Meri Abrams, November 24th, 2017 by Vicki Brown. Happy Mail. I just love this. I keep it out on my shelf, Vicki, over here on my computer desk. In fact, when we zoom, you could probably, if you looked close, you could probably see it sitting there. Yeah. Yeah, Cindy Signs Utter is the glue book inspiration. Let me tell you, and Vicki is my stamping inspiration, and Peg Robinson is the craft encyclopedia. If you want to know something, is Peg still in here? If you want to know something, the person to go to is Peg, because she's very knowledgeable. Very knowledgeable. Very seldom will she steer you wrong. I don't think I've ever seen her steer anybody wrong. I have my heart set on a mini computer and a small TV to go with it now. She was showing us her setup, and it would be so neat for my lives. Oh yeah, Peggy's still here. Yes, that's true. Vicki, I hope you don't mind. Peg pointed out that Vicki is doing these little, Shannon did those little Artomat boxes, and Vicki is doing some little Artomat boxes. They're wonderful. Except we don't know what, once she sends them in, we don't get to know what Artomat they're at. So, but what an experience that is. I'm glad Vicki's doing that, because her stamping is well worth the $5 that you would use to pull the knob. Is in the emojis under the sports section. I don't know what that is, Lucia. I'm not following it. But somebody probably is. So I'm getting bingo cards on here. Yay. I think I'm going to put this entire one on here. You should have seen me the other day. I think I was making these. Yes, I know I was. While I was watching Peg and Shell see Thursday their Art Joy of Sharing video. So if I didn't chat much, it was because I was making flowers out of bingo cards, bingo sheets. And these bingo sheets, just for your information, because I was reading the fine print on the border, are printed in Canada. So, oh, that goes there. At least the ones I picked up at my local. I get these at my local. It's kind of a grocery store, department store. Been in business for years. Kind of a local store. Oops. Alright, let's see what chat is going on. Aunt Beck says, someone is posting photos on Facebook of snow in the palm trees in Florida. Lisa says, then Waco would be a great place for you most of the year. I was probably talking to Vicki. Aunt Beck says, stunning. Eva says, my grandson works at the Waco prison. Kathy S. says, I like the way you cut up the bingo numbers. I have lots of those. You know, actually what I did was, if you imagine this as the bingo sheet, there were 4 of them on a sheet, 4 little squares, you know, like my little game. And I cut out a square, but I had to get a square to make those flowers. So I took this corner and folded it up to here, and you can see the square that I cut out here. And this is just what's left. So that's how it got that way. This is just the scrap, and I can't throw away all these luscious numbers. One of them might be a winner someday. Might be a winner someday. So I am just going to go through here randomly until I get tired of numbers or somebody yells stop. Lucia says, one time I wanted to play bingo and I asked everyone at my table for their papers. And when we were done, each game they probably thought I was a little crazy. I'm kind of looking forward to bingo night if we don't get snowed out. It was fun last year. We had a good time last year. We got pizza. There were a lot of families there. And they had all the stores, the local businesses contributed baskets. You could have a drawing for a basket. I didn't win anything, but my nephew's wife won something. And Beck says, when my son was in his 20s, he would go play bingo with the little old ladies. Well, bingo, it really is kind of fun to play. I think I've got bingos on all of these pages so far. On this one, just a couple here. You guys are probably getting bored. Is this what Meri does in her live session? Glue down scrap bingo numbers? This is called glue booking. Cindy style. You don't think about where you're putting it until and then eventually it all comes out. That's what she says, and it does for her. Whoops. Meri's style says, I gotta think. This goes here because. And then both styles are acceptable. All styles are acceptable. It's really the process in the end. No matter how you're doing it, it's the process. We should glue those two together. All right, that little book is filled. And I think I'm just going to leave those. I've got plenty of other numbers, but I'll do those off camera. I want to do some other stuff. Let's put these now. I'll have to put these, maybe I'll put these in that cellophane envelope I had out, so they don't get lost. Let's pull these out for now and put these in. Whee! Put these in there. Put these in there. Someone asked me how many glue books I'd finished, and I found another one, that one with the eyelash. I got a glue book with eyelash yarn on it, and so I don't think I counted that the last time. So I think I have about 3 or 4 finished ones and probably 3 or 4 unfinished ones. But I just do them as, ooh, I kind of like that. I do them, it's just kind of fun to do them when you're in the mood to do them. I'm going to put this right here. I think it's with the images where I start thinking more on these things. Putting things down like those bingo numbers really didn't require a lot of thought. It's when I get images that I start going, you know? Like, this is money. Bingo money. Money, bingo money. Where would be a good place to put this? Right here. Yes, ma'am. Play bingo for Happy Mail or money. Let me put this down and then I'll check chat. Oops. Yay! All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see. They're talking about two things. They're talking about bingo, and I think they're talking about the Artomat. Eva says she loves museums. Amy said that's a never-ending pile of numbers. I think she was talking about my bingo numbers. Lisa says, my daughter and I just found out and went last week. I think that's an Artomat. Vicky says, you have to get some of those boxes from that machine. I hit a machine in Colorado. They're talking about those little boxes. They put them in converted vending machines, primarily cigarette machines that are no longer used as cigarette machines. And they're little art items, and you put in a $5 bill and you get a piece of art. It's really cool. Rose says, Lucia, do they take bingo seriously? Fixed incomes. Bingo is like income. Lucia says, only if you win. I take it seriously. Oh, Peg, she must have been referring to this. She says, I hear the NBC chimes. NBC, well, you know, Mary can't sing it like it. And Beck says, they gave Greg some dirty looks, but after a couple weeks, they started giving him tips. Must have been on playing bingo. I'm just reading through chat here, kind of trying to catch up with you guys. I think I'm with you. Okay, let's see. I'm just getting started with this glue booking. These are some things that Cindy sent. 1929 Shell Roadmap. How cool is that? How am I going to put that? Ooh, it goes good on this purple. Oh, I like it there. I want to put it almost, well, a roadmap folds. So can I just fold it? Would that be legal in glue booking? In my book it is. And then you fold it out this way. You know how you're always unfolding a map? That's a pretty image. This came from Cindy. She sent some goodies. Whoops. Whoops. Don't ruin it, Mary. We'll just leave it. It's going to glue on that paper. There. Are there rules in glue booking? Well, I think the traditional rule is only glue, but when you look up glue booking, people paint, they do. Yeah, Aunt Beck says I don't need no stinking rules. So the answer, I guess, is no. But I think glue booking did start out as just gluing in images, and whether it started out as making sense out of your images, I don't know. Who started glue booking anyway? Who was, you know, I mean, in our group, I know it's Cindy Signs Utter who does all the glue booking. But when you look back on the rule, there you go. Patricia Tavis, the official rule. Have fun. Capital letters. Have fun. I actually Googled it once. And where did I read that article? It's a really interesting article. And she was talking about it. Yeah, Rose said Victorian women did glue booking. But actually, for me, Cindy probably does more traditional glue booking than I do when she just takes images and glue them in. I think I probably fall more into the, in quotes, collaging, because I look at my images and want to make this fit with that and that go with that, maybe tell a story. In the end, Cindy's pages turn out, they all come together, they make sense, but I think I probably approach it in more of a collage sense than a glue book, in the sense that I'm just putting stuff down on the page. It kind of depends on your approach, but I would agree with Patricia. The number one rule is have fun. Enjoy the process. You know, this is just glue and paper. I think it's a really good technique for composition. If you like to tell stories, it can be fun for putting together little stories. It can be fun for working out how objects fit together as far as color and composition, and there's just all sorts of things you can do with it. You can glue book with your own art, and you can use, such as what we're doing here, bingo cards, images out of magazines, off of calendars. I love the old history books that have historical images in them. I love photos like this. Love photos like this. Something special is going to go on that page. But right here maybe. Right here maybe. But now, is there something else I like better? That's talking about the telephone. Here's an old flat top. No, that's a rounded trunk. Oh, here. I love these old cars. I just love them. This is going to be a car page. So, but, yeah, history books. I love the old history books. But they have to have a lot of pictures in them, and the pictures have to be, I like them with the photographs. I like art pictures, but where did... Becky! Here it is. Did I get enough glue on that? So whenever I see a history book at a garage sale or the thrift store, I always check it out to see if it's something I want. And another place to get really good images besides calendars are, I like to thumb through the old antique guides. Now, some of those antique guides are all text, and some of them have really small images that would have to go in my little mini book, but some of them have really nice colored images, and so I'm kind of on the look out for those too. But you kind of have to check. Let's see, I think I'll put it like that. And I'm finding of the magazines, I like things like the Romantic Home magazine, not the National Geographic as much as the Kids National Geographic. I love the Geographic magazine for kids. Smithsonian magazine's one of my favorites. I like the Oprah magazine, the O magazine. So there's just trouble with magazines and books is I get so interested in them that I read, and then I don't want, let's see, I think I want to put that on top. Do I want to put it on top? No, I want it on bottom. I think I need more glue. How did I have that? Like this? Nope. This reminds me of the Dick Van Dyke, the Shimmy Shimmy Bang Bang. We love you. I'm not Can't carry a tune, but that's the song. Okay, let's go into chat. Chat says, I started a new Facebook group with... Oh, I need to go out there, Aunt Beck. Aunt Beck's creation says, I've started a new Facebook group for my channel and took down the page I had as it wasn't working the way I wanted it to. With the groups, you can share more. I need to get out there, Aunt Beck. I haven't been on Facebook lately. So Aunt Beck has a new Facebook group. Amy says, I love the graphics in Mary Jane's Farms, but I hate to tell you. Me too, Amy. I love the Mary Jane's Farms magazines. One of my favorite. But I'm like you. Like, I want everything. Which is one reason why I do that giant glue book. Because I can put entire pages down. The heart graphic that Rose is showing is so pretty. Lucia, are you at Facebook too? I'm reading this. Oh, Rose got on Facebook? I'm going to have to friend you, Rose. I will. Or send me a friend request. I have been Facebook silent lately. Kathy S. says she's a glue fanatic. This is Elmer's glue. I think this is the school glue. I got it as a gallon. I just mixed some more up tonight. I use 3 parts glue and just a little less than 1 part of water. And it seems that formula seems to work well for me. All right, I think I'm caught up with chat. Whoops. All right. Well, have I done enough in this medium one? Yeah, I don't want to bore you guys to death with this. I'm going to put these back in this cellophane. And this is it. You can work on this at your leisure, at your, whenever. I do think I'm going to put these back in here, though. I think Cindy sent these to me. And did she send me... I think Cindy sent me some of these. Not that one, not that one. Those come off of... I don't know which one she sent. I think she sent me this one. Okay. Mary's just talking to herself. That's an old thing. All right. So, we've done the giant glue book. We've done the medium glue book. Whoops, here's an image. I'll just pop it in here. So I'm going to set this aside. We painted in our book. We had the giveaway. How about the mini glue book? I won't do a whole lot in there. But I did go through and sort out some little mini images. Not that I need any more yet. But this little mini book is getting full. And when it's full, I'm going to go back in and do reverse collage. But, these come in sets of 3. So this will probably be volume 1. I won't do a whole lot in here. Just a few pages. This is a Santa Claus from the wrapping paper. Got to get him in here someplace. Honestly, I get more glue booking done in my live sessions than I do off camera. Uh-oh. There it is. I thought maybe I'd put... Oh, Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Why not? Little bunny rabbit there. And let's see, we've got... Halloween, and I don't know why. That's a, I think this was a engine piece, an antique store, coins. And I'm just going to kind of randomly put these in too. Sometimes in this one, sometimes I do it by theme because I think, keep putting that down. Sometimes I just kind of throw them in there, but like here I wanted the compass with the clock, and I think I did a, this was sort of a, you guys can't see this very well. This was the monk and the castle and kind of a medieval type piece. Coffee and the gingerbread man. So some of these I theme. I put the cats with the dog and the books here and the chocolate. We did these last week. But sometimes I just put them in as they fall. Let's put a few more in here. These are off of the Christmas wrapping paper. These are kind of from my scrap paper from rescuing the wrapping paper from our Christmas. And I could zoom in a little bit more, but I'm not going to be doing this a whole lot. So I'm not going to fool with that tonight. My fingers are gluey anyway. Put the snowman down. I don't like him there. And I got glue on that. Let's come back here because I'm going to have to put something there. Let's see. Why not? It doesn't make any sense. Let's put this lady in. It'll make sense later. Got a couple more and then I'll quit on this. Actually, I can only glue book for so long and I get tired. How about the apples? One thing about these little books, I noticed it when I was doing that Christmas one, is you get toward the end here and these pages get really thick in the margins in there. I haven't had any tear out of this one yet. I'm doing a bang-up job on this glue, I'll tell you. I almost need to put that rubber band here. It's annoying me. Or that clip. I don't know what I did with that clip. Put that in there. Alright, we did a few in the mini. I'm not going to try to glue everything down at once. Just get a few every now and then. I got these little Jane Davenport labels from the watercolor that Deborah Mail sent. I couldn't throw them away. I'm going to glue them in here. I should actually put them in here. But not tonight. We'll just put them back in here. And move on to something else. Have we been going for 2 hours? Oh my goodness. How did that happen? 2 hours, really? Oh my. Well, I think two things I want to get done here. Let me close up the glue before I spill it. Catastrophe if I spill glue on the carpet. I would not have a very happy brother. All right, but I haven't yet, so I want to go back to, I want to at least put that page down. Look, I left some images here. Put that guy over here. At least put the picture in. And I think it's going to fit. It's going to flip, but I don't know if I should flip it up or sideways. And I think I'm going to flip it sideways because if I flip it up, yeah. All right, where's my tape? Let's just tape it here. And as always, these pages need more detailing on them. I'm going to do one big video where all I do is work on the details on these pages, because I found that I can't really get my face up to my work like I want when I'm doing a live session. So I'll come back in and I'll do some detailing on these pages. See, they'll flip up like that. I like that. Now let's get my pokey tool out again. Did I put that away? And here. I always have to remember to put my pokey tool back or it rolls away and I never find it. Let's just put it right in. Right in there. That's where it's going. Because see, it's down and it's down pretty good. I might have to trim it a little. No, I think it's pretty good. So I'll come back in and work on this page. This is about children playing. Children's playthings. Very cool. So I got that done. Got a lot of pages done in this book. I won't be long and I'll be closing it out. Won't be long. I'm going to do reverse collage in a lot of these pages where I'm not putting a photograph. I have a few more pictures I want to do, but some of these pages I do not have good pictures for, and I'll just do painting around, maybe do some of my own art. Thank you. Okay, let's look at chat. What are you all talking about? Oh, green tea, you're making me thirsty. Sheila says, I haven't had dinner yet. They're talking about scones and popcorn and green tea. And whoa. Must be time for popcorn. They talked about cat hands mixed media morsels. All right. Well, the other thing that we need to do is have the rest of this contest so I can send out these ATCs, which probably will not go out because I can't get out tomorrow. Well, I can't get out during post office hours. Our post office is only open for a few hours in the morning. So they'll probably go out on Monday. And the other ones will go out too. And the ATCs that we are playing for, if you were not here at the beginning, are these, I'm calling them bingo ATCs. And they're made out of those bingo sheets. They're flowers, those 5-petal flowers that Shannon Green does. I went out and watched her video and followed her directions, and hey, it worked. So these are the ATCs that got the little bingo header there. And actually it's collaged with that bingo paper too on the front. But I kind of covered it up with paint, so you can't see the numbers too well underneath. But that's okay, because if you could, you'd see nothing but numbers on here. So I do have some extras. These green ones, blue packages, are all extras. All the others are in the envelopes ready to go. And we are playing for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then any extras that are left over will disperse as as desired. And I think I'm going to throw all the buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to get a hold of them. I cut my fingernails short. Now I can't get a hold of anything. 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 10, 11, and the red heart is 12. There's my bobby pin. We'll put it over here. Put that there, this here. And hi, Kim Marie. Welcome. So how this works, if you're new to this, is you all can start picking a number anytime that you want. Oh, hi, WTB61. I haven't seen you in here yet either. Welcome. Yeah, you all pick a number, pick one of the numbers on this board, and I'll throw the buttons, and then if you won, if the button lands on your number, then you win an ATC. If it lands on a 4 square, if you have any one of those numbers. If it lands in here, one of the border numbers there. So that's kind of how this works. These are just ATCs. It's just little fun art. I'm not too worried if something goes wrong in this game. But I think this is actually going... That wasn't a throw. I think this is actually going faster than how we did it before. Got painty hands. I have to tell you guys, I was working on my little mini scroll, and I like to use those watercolors. And the water that I usually use over here was dirty. And I did not want to put my brush in it. So I put my hand out, I spritzed some water in my hand, and that became my water for my watercolor. So if you see something like this on my hand, you know why. Only that's from tonight. Because I don't paint left-handed. Although it might be fun to, yeah, happy hands, Beck. Thank you, Kim Marie. That little mini scroll is fun. I'm debating whether to tear it off at a week at a time or see how big it grows before I tear it. So, the reason I started doing that mini scroll, well, really 2 reasons, is that Dee Dee Willingham, who is kind of my inspiration on these things, works off a scroll paper, but hers is big craft paper, and she pulls it down over her desk, and she eventually tears hers off. But, you know, I thought, well, I had that adding paper that I got at the thrift store, 3 of those rolls for $1. And I thought, I'm just going to do it horizontally. But I noticed when I did my, yeah, Janet, we'll have to talk about that. When I did my Inktober's, I worked on smaller paper, and I really have a challenge in drawing small faces. So that's the reason I went to that mini paper. Even though it's on a roll, it's small enough that it challenges me to work on drawing small faces. Now I can draw small faces, but they look like clip art to me. So I'm trying to get away from that. And by doing that watercolor, I can get some values in there. The world's longest washi tape in the making. That's an idea, Janet. That's an idea. Oh, dear. Are we all done picking numbers? Janet was saying, well, I actually got 2 other rows of that. I got 3 rolls, just like what you see in my video, of that adding machine tape for $1. So what, 33 cents a row? That would be pretty cheap washi tape, wouldn't it? All right, I'm going to throw the buttons here. We're looking for 6 winners. Well, we're looking for 5 winners. If we get 6, that would be okay. I've only got 4 buttons in this hand. Let's take a little more, couple buttons from this hand. I'm trying to, and if you're new here and if you win a number, it's kind of your responsibility to tell me that you won, because I'm not scrolling back. I'm trusting that you're going to be honest with me. And if you're not, it's just an ATC, but I think folks in here are pretty honest. And if you're new here, I do need your address. I'm on Facebook, your snail mail address, so I can mail you the ATC. Meridel Abrams on Facebook. You can either message me there or send me an email with your snail mail address at themeri.atelier, ATELIER @gmail.com. And I just kind of keep that here. You can't see it very well, but I'm going to put it back up here because I need to throw the buttons. Okay, let's see, how am I going to do this? The buttons are, my hands are kind of sweaty. I got to loosen up the buttons here. Whoops, that doesn't count. That wasn't a button throw. All right. I got some up in there, didn't I? Most of them. Whoops. Stop. I bumped it. I'm going to throw them again. That didn't count. I bumped it and it moved all the buttons. Sorry, guys. I'm going to throw the buttons again. I should practice just throwing buttons before my live. Well, actually, the button throw was okay. It said I bumped it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, red heart. 5, 6. All right, here goes. Maybe if I just stand over this way. There. I got quite a few in there. More down here yet. All right, a 15 or a 4, a 2 or a 10, 30, a 14. I'm going to count this. I'm going to count this as a 4 square. 16, 21, 37 are free space. A 24 or a 44. A 12 or a 5. A 54 or 59. A 51 or a 71. A 56. Any winners? 44. Little crafts. That's Michelle, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. WTB 61. WTB, you are new to me. Be sure that you did it land on a 61? I don't see a 61 on here. Point it out to me. Wanda. Am I looking wrong? Somebody shout out to me where the 61 is. Oh, it doesn't matter. Wanda, I'll give it to you. Just Meridel Abrams on Facebook or the Meri Atelier. Oh, I was looking at your name, 61. You landed on a 5. I must be getting tired. I'm sorry, Wanda. Thank you. Wanda. I didn't mean to I didn't mean to flub up that way. I'm well known for making dumb mistakes in my live sessions, so these gals know me well. And if you catch me on anything, feel free to correct me, because I do not mind that at all, because I'm live and I'm paying attention to a lot of things. And anybody else win? I got 3 more here. 3 more. Oh, Ramona was on the free space. Ramona! We gave one to you. And I got another one coming to you, I think, of the ice skates, if I remember right. But you'll get them in separate envelopes because I already have those envelopes done. Let's throw again because I have some extras. Let's see if we can give some more away. And see if Meri can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was looking, I feel so embarrassed for Wanda. I was looking all over for 61 on this board, and 61 was a part of her ID. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Say the numbers. I was picking up buttons. Yeah, next week, I don't know if I'm going to do ATCs next week. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might do 2x2s. I might do some 2x2 art. Or maybe something else. It just depends on... Amy, sorry, new 19. Amy had 59. Oh, Amy had 59 the last row. Did Amy win? Did Amy win last time? Is that what you guys are telling me? 20 or inches would be fun too, wouldn't they? Did Amy win last time? Is that what you guys are telling me? Kim Marie? Amy? Okay. Well, I still have enough that we can throw the buttons again. Amy, be sure you send me your snail mail because I don't think that I have it. Okay. Amy, I know I don't. You're new to me. Welcome. I'm writing with buttons in my hand, so it's... Are we done? Ready to throw the buttons? Let's see if we can give away a few more. And if you can think of another way that would be fun to do these contests, let me know. Because I'm certainly open to trying different things. I'm going to stand... I'll move my wastebasket. I'm going to stand over here. There, that was a pretty good throw. All right. We got a lot of free in here. 29, a free space, a 59, a 49, a 43, a 22, a 39 or a 51, a 14, a 5 or a 4, a 12 or a 24, 11 or a 24, 18, 69. We're going to go 4 square on that. 57, 63, 56, 70, a 24, a 15. Ramona got 18 again. We'll send you 2, Ramona. You can give one away. Michelle got again. You can give one away if you win twice. Oh, here's the... Rose, did you not win again? 15. Sorry. What a time for it to give. The 3 times it Peg got a... Peg and Fanciful Crafts won too, right? Is that what she was telling me? I'm back. Ramona says, give mine away, please. Who wants Ramona? Ramona, shall we give yours to Rose? Do you want to give it to Rose? Lucia? And I'll give one to Rose. Anybody else? I got you, Rose, and I got Lucia. Ramona says give hers away. Lucia took Ramona's. I'm giving one to Rose. Little Crafts has 2, and Fanciful Crafts has 2. Patricia? I think that about does it for me because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I had 6 extras. Okay, thanks, Wanda. You guys are certainly welcome. And thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for putting up with me. See, I have 12 already in envelopes, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 extras. If you're one that won 2, I might put 2 in your envelope. So you may only get, I might have to put an extra stamp on it because it's got that little red gem in it. That little red gem. But I'm hoping that when that, you know, when you go to the post office, they go, "What do you got in there?" I'm going, "Money!" Janet calls your live shows Friday. Oh, Janet, that's so funny. Friday. Yeah. Well, I certainly enjoy having you guys. I think this is, it's really, it's a good way to start your weekend. I got to get back down to chat again. Night, Peg. Stay warm. Peg is going to be in the deep freeze tonight. I think I'm about done. I'm going to address envelopes. And I might hit a couple. Sally, I think you sent me. Sally in here yet? She might have left. I might have to hit Sally up for her address. I think I got everybody else's except for the new people. Amy and Wanda. Mary, I carved for your ATC. Rose, Rose, Rose. Good night, everybody. Stay warm this weekend. Stay safe this weekend. Make art. Enjoy your family. Yeah, Lucia says get some rest. So, thank you guys so much. Mary, read my comment above, please. Mary, Fanciful would like to give one of hers away, and Aunt Beck would like one. Okay, thank you, Janet. So, Fanciful, I'm going to give one of yours to Aunt Beck. One to Aunt Beck. Thank you, Peggy. That was very nice of you to do that. Aunt Beck loves you, and I do too. Thank you so much. And you know what? I do these contests in my lives. I've been doing them in every live. So if you don't win something tonight, you'll win something next week or the next week. I'm thinking now inchies or twinchies might be next week. I'll have to think what I want to do. So, good night, everybody. Mary, I carved a stamp for the ATC I'm sending you. Rose, you did? Oh, yay. Oh, that would be fun. Thank you so much. Good night. Good night, Patricia. All right. Everybody, have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I'm signing off. Good night.